Top 10 Facts about Galaxy. A galaxy is a vast collection of stars, gas, dust, and other celestial objects held together by gravity. Galaxies come in many different shapes and sizes, ranging from small, irregularly shaped dwarf galaxies to massive, spiral-shaped galaxies like our own Milky Way. The stars in a galaxy are usually arranged in one or more spiral arms or a central bulge, depending on the galaxy's shape. The space between stars in a galaxy is not empty but contains gas and dust, which can be the birthplace of new stars. But before we begin, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for such amazing and informative videos. Galaxies are found throughout the universe, and there are estimated to be billions of them. They are typically classified into three main types: spiral, elliptical, and irregular. Scientists study galaxies to learn more about the structure and evolution of the universe. 10. Messier 81, M81, Galaxy. M81 is one of the brightest and most easily visible galaxies in the northern hemisphere, with an apparent magnitude of 6.9. It has a diameter of approximately 90,000 light-years, which is slightly smaller than the Milky Way. The galaxy has a very bright central region, with a massive black hole at its center that has a mass estimated to be around 70 million times that of the Sun. M81 has a number of notable features, including its prominent spiral arms, which are filled with bright clusters of young stars and dust lanes. The galaxy also has a number of satellite galaxies, including M82, which is located very close to M81 and is often studied alongside it. 9. Sheets of debris from an exploded star swirl in the Large Magellanic Cloud, LMC, galaxy. The Large Magellanic Cloud, LMC, is a satellite galaxy of the Milky Way, located about 160,000 light-years away from Earth in the constellation Dorado. It is a relatively small galaxy, with a diameter of about 14,000 light-years, but it is one of the closest galaxies to our own, making it an important target for astronomers. One of the most striking features of the LMC is the presence of a number of supernova remnants, which are the remains of stars that have exploded at the end of their lives. These explosions release vast amounts of energy and create shock waves that can heat up and ionize the surrounding gas, creating bright nebulae that are visible to telescopes. One well-known example of a supernova remnant in the LMC is 1987A, which was discovered in February 1987 and was the closest supernova observed in almost 400 years. The explosion of the star created a shock wave that is still expanding outward, and it has produced a large number of debris that is now swirling around in the LMC. 8. You will often find dwarf galaxies clustered around larger galaxies. It is common for dwarf galaxies to be found in the vicinity of larger galaxies. This is because the gravitational influence of the larger galaxy can cause the smaller galaxy to become gravitationally bound to it and orbit around it. These smaller galaxies are often referred to as satellite galaxies, as they are satellites of the larger galaxy. Satellite galaxies come in different sizes, but in general, they are much smaller than their host galaxies. Dwarf galaxies are small, low-mass galaxies that typically have a few million to a few billion stars. They are much less luminous and have much lower surface brightness than larger galaxies, making them difficult to detect and study. The presence of satellite galaxies around larger galaxies can provide important clues to the formation and evolution of galaxies. In particular, the distribution and properties of these satellites can be used to test different models of galaxy formation and evolution. 7. Every galaxy does have dust, though. Produced by stars, the dust causes light to look redder than it really is when observed visually, which can make it difficult for astronomers studying properties of stars. Every galaxy contains some amount of dust, which is produced by stars as they go through their life cycles. Dust particles are created in the outer atmospheres of stars and can be ejected into space by stellar winds or during supernova explosions. The dust particles can then become mixed with gas and other debris, forming clouds of dust and gas that can be found throughout the galaxy. The presence of dust can cause a number of effects that can make it difficult for astronomers to study the properties of stars and galaxies. One of the most common effects is reddening, which occurs when dust particles scatter and absorb light, causing it to be deflected and appear redder than it would otherwise. This effect can be particularly strong at shorter wavelengths, such as in the ultraviolet and blue parts of the spectrum, and can make it difficult to study the properties of stars and galaxies in these regions. 6. Astronomers now estimate that there are 100 billion galaxies in the observable universe. According to the most recent findings of astronomers, the accessible universe contains an estimated 100 billion galaxies. That is currently the estimate by astronomers for the number of galaxies in the observable universe. This estimate is based on observations from a number of telescopes, including the Hubble Space Telescope, which has been used to study the properties of galaxies at different distances from Earth. The observable universe refers to the portion of the universe that we can observe, which is limited by the distance that light can travel since the Big Bang. Since the universe is about 13.8 billion years old, this means that we are only able to see objects that are located within a certain distance from us, known as the observable horizon. The estimate of 100 billion galaxies is based on observations of the distribution of galaxies within the observable universe. It's worth noting that this estimate is subject to some uncertainty, as the number of galaxies in the universe is difficult to measure precisely. 5. Dust travels too. Galactic winds eject dust and gas at hundreds of kilometers per second into the intergalactic medium. Galactic winds can drive the expulsion of gas and dust from galaxies at very high speeds, sometimes hundreds or even thousands of kilometers per second. These winds are caused by a variety of processes, including the energy released by star formation, the activity of supermassive black holes at the centers of galaxies, and the collision of galaxies or galaxy clusters. 4. Antennae galaxies. They are named for the two long, antenna-like arms of stars, gas, and dust that extend out from the central regions of the galaxies. The antennae galaxies are undergoing a violent collision that has triggered intense star formation and produced a range of spectacular phenomena, including tidal tails, bridges of gas and dust, and vast clouds of glowing gas known as H2 regions. The collision has also caused the two galaxies to merge, and they are expected to eventually form a single, large elliptical galaxy. 3. The Black Eye or Evil Eye Galaxy. The Black Eye Galaxy, also known as M64 or the Evil Eye Galaxy, is a spiral galaxy located about 17 million light-years away in the constellation Coma Berenices. It is named for the dark band of dust that appears to encircle its bright nucleus, giving it a distinctive, black eye, appearance. The Black Eye Galaxy is notable for its unusual rotation, as the inner region of the galaxy rotates in the opposite direction to the outer region. This has led astronomers to speculate that the galaxy may have undergone a merger with a smaller companion galaxy at some point in its past. 2. Whirlpool Galaxy. The Whirlpool Galaxy, also known as Messier 51 or M51, is a spiral galaxy located about 23 million light-years away in the constellation Canes Venatici. It is one of the most famous and well-studied galaxies in the night sky and is a favorite target for amateur astronomers and astrophotographers. The Whirlpool Galaxy is notable for its striking spiral arms, which are thought to have been triggered by a gravitational interaction with a smaller companion galaxy. The galaxy also contains a bright and active nucleus, which is powered by a supermassive black hole at the center of the galaxy. 1. Apple-sized galaxies would be only a few meters apart. Galaxies merge due to closeness. If galaxies were shrunk to the size of apples, neighboring galaxies would only be a few meters apart. The relative proximity of galaxies means that galaxies occasionally merge. Galaxies are typically separated by vast distances, with the nearest large galaxy, the Andromeda Galaxy, located about 2.5 million light-years away from our Milky Way. However, if we were to shrink galaxies down to the size of apples, the distances between them would be much smaller, on the order of a few meters. This relative proximity of galaxies means that they can interact with one another and occasionally merge. Galactic mergers are thought to be a common occurrence in the universe, and they can have a significant impact on the evolution of the galaxies involved. Did you learn something new about the facts of galaxies that you didn't know before? We hope you did. So, if you're interested in learning more amazing facts, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell icon to get notified by our new videos. Please like and share the video. Don't forget to comment down your views on this. And if you have any specific topic in mind, please let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching till the end.